Catch that bell.
Catch what?
That bell.
That bell? Can I pet that dog? Okay, yeah, we're on. So,
hello. What up?
This is Ladylicious, and it's been forever, but whatever. Yeah. Anything new with you, Sin?
No, I'm just looking at actors that I don't know.
Oh. I'm Mandy, by the way. Cindy Mandy. Yeah, so a lot of people have passed away that were pretty famous recently.
Yeah, and I'm just in a rabbit hole
of
just died.
Just
celebrities, dead celebrities.
All I think of is that, what's that song where it's like, these are some of the people who died. Who died? What song is that? Anyway, so there was a few, like
Patty Simcox died. What? Horseshit, really.
What is she from?
Susan Buckner. She played Patty Simcox on Grease. She's 72.
Which one was she?
That one. The annoying chick.
Oh, the one with the big, huge bangs? Was that her?
No.
Alright, I don't know.
I don't know. She was a Miss America.
When did she die?
May 2nd.
Okay.
She was 72.
So you really are going in a rabbit hole because you're way past.
I don't think they're in. I guess so. Well, yeah. So it's just kind of going.
Okay. Well, do you want to talk about the ones we did write about?
We can.
Okay.
I
was just checking. So, of the people, she found some others like Shelley Duvall, which we did not do, which she was pretty awesome in. She was in Frasier, L.A. Law, La Law, Popeye, The Shining. And I loved her and Roxanne. Not many people probably have seen that movie, but I really liked it. The one with Steve Martin and he has a really big nose.
Yeah.
She's the other friend.
O.J. Simpson died.
Alright, so and there was also James Sicking, the guy from Doogie Howser, Hill Street Blues, and Hogan's Heroes. We did not talk about him either, but he was noted just now by me.
Yeah, well, that's because I'm in a rabbit hole. Joe Flaherty. He's in Freaks and Geeks. It's crazy.
So, we are going to be talking about, Cindy is going to be talking about Donald Sutherland and Richard Simmons.
Yes.
And I'm going to go over Dr. Ruth, Shannon Doherty, and Bob Newhart. In no specific order. Actually, no, we were going to do it in order, right?
Yeah.
Who died first, which is Donald Sutherland.
Yeah, but three of them died on the same day, so they can rock, paper, scissors.
Papers, okay. No. That guy, only 2 died on the same day that we're doing. Oh. So.
Alright, I'll go.
Take it away, Donald Sutherland, unless you want to keep looking into your...
I probably will, but not right now, because I'm just... I don't know who some of these people are.
I don't know either. I can't see them. She's still, like, fucking flicking. Like, there's no desire to go to Donald Sutherland. I like Donald
There's some of these names I don't know how to pronounce.
Do you know who Donald Sutherland is?
You say, of course, but I bet some people don't.
I'm betting some people don't. Or they don't realize who he is.
They know who he is now.
Well, yeah. Like, my first movie that I remember seeing Donald Sutherland in was Buffy. Like, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
He was definitely in that.
Merrick. So, yeah. But that's all. I mean, he's in
you do everything wrong.
But,
and that's the movie, not the TV show.
Alright, so a little bit about him. He had polio as a kid. Just want you all to know that.
Was he the oldest? How old was he? How old was he when he died?
Shh. I'm getting to it.
Well, I was trying to see which of them all was the
I don't.
oldest. So I could
He
remember.
was. What did he do? He was born in 1935.
No, he's not the oldest.
He 88.
Okay.
He had polio as a kid, so.
Well, let's all laugh at that. She's like, he had polio. He's old as dirt.
Yeah,
Well, he survived, thankfully.
He said it.
Saying what people think. So,
It's fair. So he preferred to shoot opening scenes of a movie last in order to better set the tone of the movie for the audience. So that's kind of cool, I guess.
Wait, he wanted to do what?
Yeah,
he seems like he would be like he's
What did you say he did? He would do the.
he would shoot the opening scenes of a movie last.
Okay.
Oh God, we're having a flood warning.
Oh.
Phones, everything's vibrating.
Except her vagina.
Yes. He received double major in engineering and drama from the University of Toronto, and he had originally intended on. Yes. He originally intended to become an engineer before trying acting. So, like, dude, was smart as shit.
Huh?
That mustache, though.
what was the book about?
So,
Buffy's 90s.
so he was in MASH in the 70s. Kelly's Heroes. What the fuck then? I don't.
These are TV shows?
MASH? Yeah, MASH was a big one. Or you mean like movies? So there's Buffy in 1992, JFK in 91,
I don't think I saw that.
Lock Up.
No, he's in. I think I know what you're talking about.
Outbreak.
Okay.
He was in Outbreak in 95.
Yeah, he was the.
And Citizen X.
No. Outbreak is the first one.
Okay.
Because that's what with Dustin Hoffman and Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was.
Outbreak was 95.
Yeah, it was.
Buffy was in 92, yeah. Yeah. I used to love that movie.
He was in Fallen, The Hunger Games.
Yes, he was in the Hunger
Yeah,
Games.
people do know him from the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
It's like the.
Now you want to fucking do the game or anything. Being very tall, he had a habit of slouching over so he could meet other actors eye to eye. I was like, we just went over the age.
Oh, he's also in Animal House and The Dirty Dozen.
Who was he in Animal House?
I will find out.
Where is he? He was 6'4".
Hey,
Well, she's doing her little game thing.
he was the professor
in
in Animal
Oh, that's
House.
right, because she left him. She left the dude for him,
Mhm.
actually. Yeah. So, thought about that. His two sons were named after directors he worked with. Kiefer Sutherland was named after Warren Kiefer, who directed Donald's first film and The Castle of the Living Dead, and his second son, Roeg Sutherland, was named after Nicholas Roeg, who directed him in Don't Look Now.
Is it
Kiefer, yeah. Kiefer.
Like Lost Boys.
Mhm.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
actually in. Is it one or two?
They're in 3
together?
movies together.
One of them you might have seen. What the heck is it? Out of A Time to Kill.
Rosie, can you take that upstairs?
Rosie.
She's trying to. My dog's trying to play her game, and actually, yeah. Well, yeah,
You know what it looks like?
She's playing her
It
little
looks
game.
like that game that you used to put the pieces in real quick that would match,
Perfection.
and then it would bounce. Like, ooh, look what she's got.
Thank you.
I didn't know it just didn't know any of this. Weren't like scratching almost.
She
I
kind
mean,
of
they live
she
for it.
gets
They put
it.
a bell at the door.
She gets it, and it honestly keeps her occupied and stops her from barking. So,
Yeah.
So he was shocked by his own performance as the sadistic, perverse fascist leader in the 1900 that he was unable to watch the film for years. I've never seen that though. It was in 1976.
I have to check that out.
This is the one. Both Sutherland and Alan Alda, who took up the role of Hawkeye Pierce on MASH, suffered from polio as children. So they both had it. I was looking for that.
Polio, man.
Him and Kiefer both played artist Paul Gauguin. I can't fucking. Who is that? Gauguin.
Yeah, I don't know.
Gauguin.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy. They both played him. He was a huge fan of the television series 24, starring his son Kiefer as Jack Bauer and never missed an episode. However, he declined the offer to play Jack Bauer's estranged father, Philip Bauer, who appeared in the series' 6th season, and the role instead went to James Cromwell. Oh, he didn't want to fucking...
He's like, I did 3 movies with you, that's enough. Do your own thing.
Shirley Douglas. He has 2... So Kiefer and Rachel Sutherland are his 2 children from Shirley Douglas.
Okay, I was like, who's Shirley Douglas? She just said Shirley Douglas.
Yeah.
Shirley Douglas.
But to circle back on he seems more of like a play guy. Between 1958 and 1960, he went to England and studied acting at the London Academy of Music and Drama. I can see that. I can see him as like a fucking mean ass Shakespeare.
Yeah, like this.
To be.
He's got that.
You know he's like Bunch in the Addams Family, man. Dude grows tall.
He's 6'4", but he seems very educated.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, seemed. He's a little...
crap.
Yeah. Let's see what else. He replaced Richard Harris as the IRA terrorists. Liam Devlin in The Eagle Has Landed. I never saw that.
I find it weird that him and his son, when they played in that movie, like the characters they played were like horrible, like shitty, like actual characters to play.
Oh.
Did you ever see that movie?
I have not. I'll have to add it because I was actually looking
It's
at some
Matthew McConaughey's in it. He's the lawyer.
Matthew McConaughey.
Charlize Theron. A Time to Kill. Samuel Jackson's in it. It's like basically like little girl's walking home. 2 guys pick her up. Basically like torture her, try to rape her, try to hang her. The tree branch breaks. They pee on her. I'm trying to remember everything.
You said Time to Kill?
Yes. They try to throw her over a cliff. And then, or they threw her in the back of their truck, threw beer cans at her, threw her over a cliff. She still managed to be alive. She was 9 years old.
Jesus.
Can't ever have kids.
You see this shit on ID channel now, though.
And that's Samuel Jackson's daughter in the movie. And Matthew McConaughey's their lawyer. And Kiefer Sutherland is one of the ones that did it to her. I forget what Donald Sutherland played in that. But I know they were in it together.
Fortina's first part-time job was news correspondent on a local radio station. That was fun. And he was awarded a star on Canada's Walk of Fame in Toronto, Ontario in 2000. Originally, he wanted to be a sculptor, but decided to be an actor after witnessing people praise a drawing of Churchill that he thought was awful. He realized he cannot make art to please other people. He never attended a theater performance and still had not when he received his first role. Thus, he was behind in the something before ever having been in front. What are you doing?
Just everybody gets to watch her licking your knee.
What is this? Of Clan Sutherland. It's a fact. Of Clan Sutherland. So I guess it's a clan. Okay. Him and Kiefer were both Emmy Award winners. He won in '96 for Citizen X. And 10 years later, Kiefer won for 24.
I like Keither in
Don't
that
do
Designated Survivor.
Ooh, he was considered for the role of Dr. Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs. I think
he probably would have been good.
I think he would have been a good.
Not that what's his name isn't.
No, but I just.
It happens, but it would have been.
Yeah.
He could have been like how Batman has like 30 different people.
Yeah, maybe. No, he might have.
He's the Hannibal.
Because he probably would have his hair slicked back the same way.
You know who else might have made a good what's his name from Snape from Harry Potter? I love that man. What the heck is his name?
He was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame at 7024 Hollywood Boulevard in Hollywood, California, on January 26, 2011.
That took a while.
Yeah. He lived in Santa Monica. Ooh, he was offered the role of Wyatt Earp in Doctor Who. He had English, German, and Scottish ancestry. Did you ever see the 6 Degrees of Separation? I don't think I've ever seen that.
No, what did he die from? Or was it just old age?
I think it was just an illness that I saw. Ooh, you're in trouble, you little fucker. Ooh, he dated Jane Fonda from 1970 to 1972.
I mean, you could be proud of that, and you could not be proud of that. Some people like her and don't like her.
That's true.
Just fun facts.
Oh, he appeared in 4 movies where aliens took over human beings. Yeah.
Rosie likes that.
Yeah. Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Okay.
The Puppet Masters.
Okay.
Virus. Final Fantasy. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
And he was in Outbreak, so he's in a lot of
virus movies. Ooh, he was in The Italian Job. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, he got killed off. But still, he was member of the official competition jury at the 69th Cannes International Film Festival. And he worked with 8 directors who've won Best Director. Yeah. I mean, as far as his career, I feel like there's nothing like crazy about him. He was just.
Yeah, I don't know if he did it. Did he do any like lead roles?
Not really.
Yeah, I'm like, even in Buffy, he was like,
I mean, he was I think he was like half of it, but.
I would say he was like supporting. Oh, definitely.
He did, absolutely.
I've never seen him in a movie.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your
just
polio.
trash.
Like, you think about it, I've never seen him in a movie where it's like,
Fuck your polio.
He rarely worked more than once with the same film director, which is something quite uncommon for an actor with a long career. The only exceptions he made were appearing in 4 films directed by Christian Duguay, 2 films by Nicholas Roeg, 2 films by Robert Towne, 2 films by Hugh Hudson, and 3 films by Francis Lawrence.
So that kind of sounds like contradicting, because first he said he did none, and then we just named like 5 that he did double.
What, with the same director?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in his career for what? So,
I guess for how
4,
long he's been. Maybe
6,
he was hard to work with.
8, 10. So like 13 in total out of his whole. His great-grandmother, through male line, was a 3rd cousin of President Rutherford Burchard Hayes. Interesting. Yeah. So, I mean, as far as.
Well, you don't
there
know
wasn't.
That's a president.
Yes. There wasn't anything like scandalous about him. He was. But him and Kiefer Sutherland, there was a lot of like roles that he did that Kiefer did, like years after. And when polled by American Film Institute, Sutherland chose Great Expectations as his favorite film.
Pip. That's from Pip and Havisham, I think.
Pip. He appeared in The Day of the Locust as a character named Homer Simpson, and then later made a guest appearance on The Simpsons. Interesting. But yeah, so
Look,
that's
they
kind
even predict the past too.
yeah. But yeah, so that's a little bit.
So
The more you know about.
The more you know about Donald.
Yeah.
For your health.
But yeah, so it's more of like him and like Kiefer had like a lot of similar roles throughout their
Keeping
years.
it in the family.
Ooh.
Who was the next one? So the next one was Dr. Ruth. So that's what I got right.
And FYI, he also acted in several 60s horror films early in his career. Oh, wait, here you go. He battled polio, rheumatic fever, and hepatitis as a child.
Fuck. The worst one of all them is obviously the rheumatic fever.
Yeah, well, he battled the shit out of it, so.
That, you lose a year of your life. My dad had that when he was in 5th grade. He missed the entire year of school. You couldn't touch, like, he had ice packs on his legs the whole time. Because he was in massive pain, and if you sat on the bed, it would make him cry, like all kinds of stuff. Rheumatic fever is no joke.
He has
For
awards
a year, though.
From 71
like
to
almost
2008.
a year.
But yeah, so that's the more you know about Donald.
That's some shittiness. I'd have to look what polio causes and then rheumatic fever. See which one's worse. And hepatitis, which one?
I don't know. It just says hepatitis as a child.
Jesus.
So, like, he done fucked up somewhere. But yeah, the more you know about Donald.
The more you know. Okay, so
take it away.
The next one that passed away was Dr. Ruth. Her actual name is...
You're not going to say doctor. It's anytime you start with it, does she have like an alias?
No.
Okay.
Her name was Corolla.
Like
Ruth.
Toyota?
With a K.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
It was like Carol with an A at the end. Corolla. Corolla Ruth Westheimer. I don't remember what her maiden name was. I can't remember. Oh, Manfred. I'm sorry, Dr. Ruth Manfred Westheimer. So she was born in June 4th, 1928, died July 12th, 2024. She was 96 years old.
Good for her.
So Nazis basically ruined her childhood. She lived in Germany. It was Jewish. Her father and mother were taken to concentration camps, ripped away from them. She was lucky. They saved her life by sending her to a orphanage in Switzerland. But her father and mother, her father died in Auschwitz. I'm not sure about her mother. She was actually trained as a sniper with the Jewish resistance fighters in Palestine.
That's what's up.
Basically when she was a kid and younger, she had no qualms talking about sex even then, and would like shock people. She worked at Planned Parenthood, which I thought was interesting. And pay attention to what I say, because some of these questions or these tips are going to be in your quiz at the end, like always. So she did a safe sex lecture and was offered a job on a radio show, and it was called Sexually Speaking. It went from 15 minutes, and then by the end of that, it was weekly 2-hour show. That pretty much like took it off for her. She said a lot of people used to tell her to try and get lessons for her accent, like the way she talked and everything. And she said no, she wanted to stick with it because it was distinctive. She's like, if they hear me on the radio, they'll know who it is. She also thought she was at a disadvantage because of her height.
Too small.
She was 4'7".
Small.
4'7".
Small.
And I have a.
Shorter than some of
She's fucking tiny. Yeah, I saw her. She threw out a first pitch, and then it was and then the catcher, who was, I think, maybe a normal size, and it was just.
A normal size.
Well, I couldn't tell if they picked like the tallest player because she was small, or if that was just an average size human, and she's just tiny.
I think gymnastics stunts like one of these girls.
Oh, 100%.
It's true.
But I don't understand why. Like, it's like.
Because they have so much testosterone, and they're.
Why do they have so much testosterone?
Not necessarily testosterone, but they end up having the muscles end up giving them different hormones, and it takes longer for them to develop.
I was gonna say there's probably strict diets,
Mhm.
maintaining weights.
Oh, they're constantly doing stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm.
I'll Google it.
Google it.
Oh, well, you do that. I'm gonna Google why gymnasts are tiny.
Why are gymnasts tiny? So she was married 3 times. She married an Israeli soldier. They relocated to Paris while she studied psychology at the Sorbonne. They divorced in 1955. She had a master's degree from sociology. That's when she started working at Planned Parenthood, and then she finally married Manfred Westheimer, a Jewish refugee, and that's when she became an American citizen. Where was this one? So in addition to her voice, she became easily recognizable due to her diminutive stature. She was 4'7". When she was younger, she worried about her height might not be appealing. Later, she realized it was an asset. On the contrary, this is something she literally said in quotes. I was lucky to be so small because when I was studying at the Sorbonne, there was very little space in the auditoriums, and I could always find a good-looking man to pick me up and put me on a windowsill. I thought that was cute. She used to tell people not to take huge penises seriously. She said she didn't frown upon pornography. She just said that you should learn something from it, but denotes that you need to separate fantasy from reality. People have to use their own judgment. She did lectures on cruise ships. Sounds interesting. She fought against homophobic misinformation. She was for women to have the rights of an abortion. There's a documentary on Hulu, which I have not seen yet. Have you? I'm going to say no if it took you that long.
No, because I just watched a documentary on something, but it wasn't.
Well, it's called Ask Dr. Ruth.
I was watching the Kevin Spacey one.
Oh, okay. When she changed her name from Corolla, it was because of the hatred of Germany, so she just stuck with Ruth when she left, hoping that people could still find her from her middle name. But, and then what was this one? So she ended up, there was a couple interesting facts about her. Let me go to, okay, here we go. So, first time she had sex was when she was 17. I broke down numbers I wanted to say.
What did you say?
Dr. Ruth.
Oh,
the
sex advice
goddess. She would
lady.
talk about sex. She had that really weird voice.
Was she really old?
Yes. She just looked old. She looked like Estelle Getty.
She was probably the most known, I guess, sex talk show advice giver lady. Yeah. Also, side note, as you look for that real quick, there's nothing scientifically that says it stunts gymnasts' growth. They don't have any impact on gymnasts, but they just prefer to go for the smaller ones because they're center of gravity and all that. Fun fact.
So, when Dr. Ruth went to that and trained as a sniper, she almost had to have her legs amputated after being caught in an explosion during the Palestine War between 1948 and 49. Let's see. She kept saying that her arms were injured too to get the doctor to feed her.
Nice.
She also said, "I don't consider swiping to be part of foreplay." Like I said, she was married 3 times, but the last one was the real one. Her first husband was the man she lost her virginity to. They divorced because she went to study in France. She got pregnant with her daughter Miriam, and then married a second time.
Didn't have no kids, right? With their husband, break up, and then drop.
Yep. Yep. And so she got married, and then a second time, and then the third time was the charm. That was it. Hey. So she was a single mom. She did it a lot until she married the third, and then they had a son, Joel or Joel. I don't know. I'm gonna go get it. So when, like I said, the only possession she has from her parents' home in Frankfurt is a washcloth with her name embroidered on it. When she was 10, that's when her parents sent her to the orphanage in Switzerland to help save her life. She also has 4 grandchildren and doesn't talk sex with them at all.
Because she's dead.
She didn't then either.
Oh.
She doesn't call herself a Holocaust survivor because she never indentured the pain of the camp. She says, "I call myself an orphan of the Holocaust." So she said there's a mundane Hebrew word that means a lot to her. Lada'at. It means to know, but it also means to have sex. Why does all this shit always have 2 different meanings? It's wonderful because the word sex means to know each other, and it means to take time to listen and talk to each other. By not having parents at age 10, she was very much aware of the importance of being touched and being loved. So that's why she became so interested in all this. I said her first radio show, yeah. So that's what I got about Dr. Ruth. Didn't say I shot. I'm going to assume it's old age and, like, just natural causes because she's
Probably
96 years old, for Christ's sake.
She looked like she had.
She looked like she was old,
some
like, all the
diseases.
time.
the childhood diseases.
Did Dr. Ruth have any childhood diseases? Why are you going?
She looked like she went on the Oregon Trail. All right. The next is Richard Simmons, who I swear was gay, but apparently he had a wife. So, true. You're right. He was almost Father Simmons, as his name, Father Simmons. He was born in 1948. It was a very religious household in the French Quarter of New Orleans. So after graduating high school, he entered a seminary in Iowa and stayed for nearly 2 years. He said, "It just wasn't for me."
I can see him saying, "It wasn't for me."
Yeah, he said, "It just wasn't for me." He was 240-pound frame at the time. So as a result of, he had a food addiction from an early age.
I picture him like dodgeball at the end.
He also tried getting into medicine, but found that dead bodies and blood were unnerving. That too, but yeah. An anonymous note led to him being a fit guru. He said he was working as a fat model. I don't know why that's in quotes, but whatever. In Europe in 1968, but he found a handwritten note stuck to his car: "Fat people die young," which is fucked up. And then, "Please don't die, anonymous." So rattled by the message, the then 268-pound Simmons developed an eating disorder, survived on water and lettuce for more than 2 months. The fuck? Eventually, he recovered and developed a new philosophy: love yourself, move your body, and watch your portions.
Sweat to the oldies.
And sweat to the oldies. Never wore a headband. Water and lettuce. Yeah, water.
Well, lettuce is pretty much water.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's an edible
I don't
water.
even know what it looked like when that man went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
It looked like rabbit pellets coming out.
2 months of fasting.
He was hydrated as a motherfucker, I bet.
Hell yeah.
He revolutionized the 80s fitness, which, the fitness tape.
Did you ever do a sweat into the oldies?
No.
I did.
No. Yeah, no. He...
Absolutely not.
No. Shared tapes with Jane Fonda and Arnold Schwarzenegger, because,
Yep.
Back when there were stars.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's also like Jane Fonda was doing workout videos at the same time. She had like extreme workouts and stuff.
There were stars.
Yeah.
I just remember her sister.
Like, who's a star?
It's funny you say it because they even say industry stars like Jake Steinfeld, Tony Little shared shelf space with Jane Fonda, Arnold Schwarzenegger, like motivators and models, and
You have like ultra celebrities, and you have social media stuff.
I don't count social media. Like, I forget which one it was. I think, what was it? Like, TikTokers went to the Emmys or the Grammys, or I forget. But, like, Billie Eilish was like, who invited them? Like,
it's the only way to get to the younger generation. Like, look at, like the Paul brothers. Insane with it to me. People hate it, but I respect the hustle.
I do respect the hustle, but it just annoys me that, one, they really thought he could beat Mike Tyson. But one of them was off social media for a while after, like, the forest incident. He, I think it was Logan. He went, I forget it was Japan or something. He went into a forest. It was kind of, like, known for, like, hanging yourself or whatever, and he recorded it. He got a lot of fucking back. He was off social media for a little bit for that. But yeah.
I mean, they built it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, he's famous. Like, I would consider him a celebrity. But it's not like
a movie star.
Like star we're used to.
Like, if you don't be like, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like, Russ, I think Simmons was part of that first.
Like, oh yeah.
If you think about it, like, he was one of the first made himself a star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was
honestly no movies. It wasn't nothing. He was just a gay guy that worked out.
Allegedly gay.
A huge personality too.
Yeah, the outfits and the personality.
So, he wasn't gay. But
he wasn't.
He had a wife.
He said he was.
He said he was.
He said he was.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, Elton John had a wife too.
That's really interesting.
25 million copies of the Sweatin' series is what he sold.
Yeah, and that's back in the day when VHS was like $18.99.
I think like he came out too right around. It was like when talk shows started be getting extra big too, like Jenny and all them that we did that one time. Montel, all them.
I'm pretty sure he made it to Oprah.
He was. I know
he was on late night talk shows. You know, he was
on Rosie O'Donnell as like one of her secret. She would put a blindfold on and ask questions, and oh my god, it's fucking hilarious because he changes his voice.
He actually, one of them was he replaced Alex Trebek. Yeah, it says in '87, Lorimar attempted to capitalize on like the home shopping craze with like value television, and one of them 1 hour shows where viewers could place orders via telephone. The series was co-hosted by Jeopardy star Alex Trebek. When their ratings were less than Lorimar anticipated, they fired Trebek and replaced him with Simmons. Nothing seemed to work, but the show was canceled. But yeah,
it's like it's the show. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you think about it, if you consider it, he was probably one of the first.
If you think about it, yeah. I mean,
you know what I mean? He built this whole thing just off people getting people to like.
And he has a shit ton of bedazzled shirts.
And I love some of the stuff. I loved all his other stuff. I like
Oh my god!
I love when he's on Whose Line Is It Anyway? That
he does. He leans into it.
he does. Like even when he's on that, he's like, "I'll be all the props," and like it looks like he's giving freaking
Like, why would you do that?
Colin Mockery like a blowjob during this, like as this jet ski, and ends up you see Colin at the end fake smoking. Fucking dying.
It says, although his persona inspired speculation about his sexual orientation, he never publicly addressed the subject. After his
also from like that.
After his death, contemporary fitness personality Jane Fonda stated she saw him.
Even Kiss did stuff like just having a look.
Well, it said Jane Fonda stated that she had last seen him for lunch at the Polo Lounge when he was accompanied by his new boyfriend. I don't know. I was like, he does not. He does not have a child. He's been an inspiration to millions. He appeared in numerous music videos as a guest star, including "I Don't Want to Go On With You Like That" by Elton John and "Tease Me" by Shaka Khan.
I love that video. That's one of my favorite Elton John songs.
He's hosted weight loss cruises. That's what's up. He raised has raised millions of dollars for charity.
He did. He had a diet. It was called Lettuce in the Water.
Yeah. But there was one. There's one that I just saw that he was like really. So as his fame and success grew, Simmons became a fixture on television and in print, speaking to people for a profile in '81. The fitness expert said that he received 25 to 30,000 letters every day and tried to meet as many people who requested his help as possible. And he said, "The day I don't love any of this," he said, "I'll walk away." 25 to 30,000 letters a day. That's fucking insanity.
Think about it, it really is.
Yeah. Ooh, David Letterman gave Simmons an asthma attack. That's kind of what?
What did he die from again?
I don't know. Oh, he used to tour shopping malls.
Really
you remember that back in the day? Shopping malls, like concerts, people perform at like shopping malls, and
yeah,
like I guess like before they got like big. That's what he used to do. Or like meet and greets at fucking shopping malls.
Come get your autograph.
Yeah. Starred in some films, but yeah, I mean he did do a lot of shit. He was late night talk shows, Jimmy Kimmel.
Talented.
He starred in his own video game.
Some jumping jacks. And had some shorts on.
Yeah, he said he had a passion for helping obese children live healthier lives, and he. Everything's so expensive. But yeah, I mean he's been guest stars on popular TV shows, General Hospital, and Whose Line Is It Anyway? He's known for his philanthropic work with veterans. I didn't know that. Richard Simmons has organized events and initiatives to support veterans and raise awareness about their unique health and fitness needs. He was an advocate for mental health awareness also.
No. I like it. I think he would do good.
I think I could
get.
I think I could kind of see him, but I think with Pauly Shore, everyone has that like, dude, like image of, like. Now he is.
Yeah, no,
he kind of looks like him now. Actually,
yeah, he does. You know what else? He was in a lot of like the Hollywood Squares, Win, Lose or Draw, like. No, Richard Simmons.
See, it says Richard Simmons has been an ally advocate for LGBTQ rights, using his platform to support equality and acceptance. He's gay. He was gay. Honestly, for a long time, I agree. But yeah. Oh, he has cookbooks. Do you have any Richard Simmons cookbooks?
Yeah, lettuce, water.
No, that's a diet, not a cookbook.
Well, that's how he cooked it. I heat up my lettuce. I pour water on my lettuce.
Talk shows, meet and greet, videos, cookbooks, TV shows. These are house books.
Yeah.
He was playing commercials and shit too.
I heard there was something going on.
No, he didn't. I think he didn't want him to do it because he didn't think he'd be true to Paulie, or like that he would be true to Richard. I'm not sure what the whole.
So his cause of death was natural causes.
So it says there's something about the movie here. It says, do you have something about the movie?
No, I was just looking at his net worth.
Causes for Hollywood.
So in January, when it was announced, Pauly Shore would play him in a.
Yeah, it says starring Pauly Shore was announced. He said, "I've never given permission for this movie." He said he was discussing giving his approval for a different one. So I guess they just didn't ask him we were going to make a movie about him.
Yeah, no, he went to. I think Pauly's on social media.
Yeah, now I think he'll be able to since he's passed away.
Richard Simmons' net worth was $20 million. That's it. I feel like it would have.
20 million.
But this says 20 million. This was at the time of his death.
But that makes sense. He hasn't been relevant for ever.
I guess his name, not like him.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
classics, God damn.
Move past this, doing.
Well, because he was still doing interviews and shows and kind of doing all that, but 20 million at the time of his death. Yeah, that's true.
I said a tank top, some boy shorts, and jumping jacks.
Cardi B is 80 million, in case you wanted to know.
Yeah, now I can sleep.
Sorry, I found the celebrity net worth website now. So
new rabbit hole.
Yep. But yeah, it is. But yeah, that's kind of all I got for Richard Simmons. That he was just a fucking boss ass straight man. And yeah,
he was in courts. He had false claims for. So it said in May 2017 he sued National Enquirer, Radar Online, and American Media for libel and false claims that he was undergoing gender reassignment. It says in September he lost the lawsuit and was ordered to pay the defendant's attorney fees because courts have long held that misidentification of certain immutable characteristics do not naturally tend to injure one's reputation.
Sure. Oh. Michael Jordan's net worth was $2.6 billion, but go ahead.
He also sued a Los Angeles private investigator claiming he placed a tracking device over a year earlier on his vehicle. He thought he was hired by this In Touch Weekly. I think he was a little paranoid. I was trying to see if he had kids, but
no, he doesn't.
He did not.
I just read that.
Sorry.
But yep, that's all I got for him.
Okay.
He was just a boss ass motherfucker.
Okay. Super cool. All right, who am I next in the death order? Are you ready for nothing?
I got nothing.
She's like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. Did you know what that was?
Sounds familiar.
Okay.
It does sound familiar, but I don't know. Again, I'm on my rabbit hole of net worth.
Shannon Doherty, and that was the theme song to 90210.
I never really watched that. Like here and there, but I wasn't like a...
Well, that quiz is going to suck part of it. So she was born Shannon Doherty, April 12th, 1971, and died July 13th, 2024 at 53 years old due to cancer. She was an actress and a producer. Best known for her as Brenda Walsh in 90210 and as Prudence Halliwell in Charmed. Did you watch that?
Charles in Charge?
Charmed?
Oh, no.
Okay, so she became a big cancer advocate. She kept her second diagnosis of cancer private because she was afraid people wouldn't want to work with her if they knew. She was an animal lover and also an advocate. She did work with Little House on the Prairie. She was in a show called Our House, but I don't remember that.
I heard of it. I vaguely remember it.
So her dad, they had some money. They moved to Los Angeles, and then his business went under. So they ended up barely hanging onto their house, but could barely eat, good. They were very frugal with everything. So she's been on both sides. She also had some movie cameos where Mallrats, Heathers, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Jay and Silent Bob Straight Back. Right, there's others too. She was fired from 90210. This is pretty interesting.
I did not know that.
So basically, for two reasons. One, she pissed off Tori Spelling, and obviously Aaron Spelling was the one that did the whole show. Because this is what I just find funny. She introduced Tori Spelling to a man that beat her.
Interesting.
Maybe she made it the man that actually did the beating. But besides the point, Shannon cut her hair. And it didn't fit the dynamic of 90210, so they fired her. It's okay. She was nude twice in Playboy, March of 94, and in December of 2003, she actually has a 10-page pictorial spread, if any of y'all want to check that out. And shit.
I'm broke. You get 10 pages?
Yeah. And it's the second time? Yeah.
That first check already.
Shit. She also was the host of Scare Tactic.
Oh,
Which one?
Yeah, I didn't see any count. Not one thing.
Did you watch 90210? Did you watch Charmed?
No. Kind of reminds me like Christmas stories.
Getcha.
Yeah.
Too many expressions, you mean?
No, it's just that there's nothing special. You know what I mean? There's nothing that sticks out to say, oh. I think there could have been a lot of girls who could have played.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. It just sucks that she died so young. It's a shame. It's cancer. I don't know if it was cocaine. It was polio, for fuck's sake. Shit.
What a dick.
It's all about the polio. That's okay. So I actually have the last one too. That's all I got for Shannon. And the last one is Bob Newhart.
It was Mary Tyler Moore, right? Or was that Bob?
That was Lou Grant.
No.
That was in that
Bob.
show. Oh, you're thinking of Nick Knight, Ted Knight?
No. People.
Dick Van Dyke?
No, I love that show though.
So anyway, Bob Newhart was a comedian. He was born in September. What? He might have had polio.
Scoliosis.
He was born September. Isn't polio so hot?
He died from like chicken pox back in the day.
So
right?
1929 to July 18th. He was 94.
Yeah.
He might have the polio shot.
Fucking
look him up. Look up and see if Bob Newhart had any childhood diseases. So he was a stand-up comedian. He did a lot of them. He was the first one to put his comedy on an album where it hit #1 on the Billboard charts.
That's surprising because he got some great stuff. I've heard Richard.
So he was first.
Richard Pryor on
And so he was famous for his sitcoms. Every sitcom he had his name in it in some way. So first there was the Bob Newhart Show. Then there was the Newhart Show. There was also Bob and George and Leo. Those didn't take off that well. But so the Newhart Show, the Bob Newhart Show, was about he was like psychologist. That was on from 72 to 78. I did not watch too much of that one. But that's one where at the end of the show, he actually woke up in his bed and acted like it was a dream. Like the finale. It's like a lot of the stuff he did.
million.
Yeah, he had some money. He definitely had some money. Then there was the Newhart Show. That one was 82 to 90. And it was like based in Vermont. He was an innkeeper. Chance, you might remember that they would be like, "Hi, this is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl, and I'm Larry." I keep hitting this fucking mic. Sorry.
It's on the Judy Garland show.
So, it was a cute show. It was like, basically like they're in Vermont. They owned an inn, like bed and breakfast, and it was the neighbors and stuff like that. Cool, like that. You would do. A lot of the people that lived in Vermont did not like how they were portrayed, though, because he made them look a little dumb. He was in the Army as a clerk for 2 years. He was a law school dropout, a bookkeeper.
Mary Tyler Moore.
What about Mary Tyler Moore?
My rabbit hole. Leave me
Okay, Lou Grant was the one that was on her show, and Ted Knight from Too Close for Comfort. How he got famous was he caught the attention of a DJ and landed a contract with Warner Brothers through that. Like I said, he was the first one to have a comedic album to hit #1 on the Billboard charts. It also won a Grammy Award and Best New Artist for all that same one. He also did appearances on The Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon. A lot of people maybe know him from that, if that helps. He was also inducted to the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Hall of Fame. He was in also movies like Catch-22, Elf, and In and Out.
Was he the small elf?
He was Papa.
He was Papa.
He was Will's dad, Will Ferrell's dad, Buddy Elf's dad, the elf dad that found him.
I think he's got the dad part.
Took him in.
Yeah, he was a
orphan.
Was he in Guardians of the Galaxy? The dad in Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, I know who you're thinking of. Yeah, he's an elf. He's the Papa, but in Guardians of the Galaxy, No, that's fuck. What's his name?
You can look him up. This thing called Google.
No, James Cain was Elfstad.
No.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. There.
The Elf Dad.
God damn. He was a shit.
Yeah.
Bob Newhart. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Now, it was co-founded by the Mary Tyler Moore production.
Mm,
Does that help? So
I
it's
think that's what it was.
MTM, Mary Tyler Moore Enterprises, a production company co-founded by Mary Tyler Moore.
Kurt Russell was starting.
Did you know that Bob Newhart is the one that did the meow
For
the logo with the kitty cat when he goes?
I did not know
"Meow"?
that.
Yes, that was Bob Newhart. It says he lent his voice to the logo, offering a very unconvincing cat impression. For many people that might have seen Breaking Bad, also obviously, I didn't see it, Cindy didn't see it, neither did Nate, but the main character from Breaking Bad did a spoof of Bob Newhart when he woke up at the end, like he did like a alternate ending of Breaking Bad where he woke up like it was a dream, like the whole show was a dream at the end, just like Newhart did. But he woke up on the Malcolm in the Middle set.
Yeah, I don't even know this. That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I actually rewatched Newhart not long ago because you can watch them on like Hulu and stuff like that. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. He's like very dry humor, like very like
Deadpan, stammering humor. That's what Wikipedia said.
If anybody's seen Marvelous Mrs. Maisel,
Yes.
so that whole the one that Maisel's husband does with Abe Lincoln on the phone, like his whole comedy stand-up was stolen from Bob Newhart's stand-up. And then later she's watching on the show and sees Bob Newhart do it, and she's like, some man stealing your act. He's like, no, I stole it from him. But that's all I have. Basically, for him. Oh, there is an actual place in Vermont with like you can go stay in the inn
Well, that's fun.
from that show. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I thought he was a little before his time, like with his ideas and the things, like, the final scene on Newhart was always great. It was always good. So that's all I have. I have a quiz for you, though, if you want to try it, even though you don't watch 90210. Probably have better luck with Nate answering the question.
You can try it, but...
All right. So if you paid attention, half the shit I said should be quick because it's only 10 questions. So, what was Dr. Ruth's radio station called?
Oh, shit. Pass.
Nate? No. How tall was Dr. Ruth?
She was like 4... I was gonna
Ding.
say, I was gonna say 4'8".
4'7" is correct. Okay, Brenda Walsh has a twin brother on the show. What's his name?
Like, I don't know. Like the actor's name, or you mean like the...
Brenda Walsh. Shannon Doherty played Brenda Walsh.
Okay.
Her twin brother on the show was named what?
Mark.
It was Jason Priestley, but what was his name on the show?
I was gonna say it wasn't Luke, right?
It's close to her name. They're twins.
Yeah, like...
When you said,
Bruh.
Brian.
Brandon.
Oh.
Jesus.
Brian.
Breh. Whatever. You still didn't know it. Bro, you don't know. What was the name of the cafe coffee shop from 90210? Yeah, that's what I
McCafe.
Begins with a P.
Reston's.
After a fruit.
Peaches.
Peach. What's in the
Cobbler.
middle of it?
Pit.
What?
Peach
Yeah,
pit.
there you go. Whoa, look at you.
Peach cobbler.
Peach pit.
Peaches.
Other than Prudence on Charmed, what were her two sisters' names? The original two.
Oh, fuck if I know.
Alyssa Milano and Combs. Holly Combs. We had Prudence. They all began with a P. Maybe. Oh.
I don't know. Shut up. Patty. Mayonnaise. Patty, mayonnaise, and Petunia.
It was Piper and Phoebe?
That's what I said.
Dr. Ruth's thing was Sexually Speaking, by the way.
What?
Her radio show that you passed.
Oh.
What was the character that Bob Newhart played on Elf?
Papa.
Good job.
Yeah,
Woo! All right, I just said this. Who ended their show with a dream episode?
Bob Newhart.
There you go.
You know, if you meant like
supposed to be an easy quiz, Nate. On Charmed, they used to say the power of what?
Christ compels you.
What number?
6.
How many sisters
3?
were there? Yeah, look
3.
at you.
I only know that because I had to think of like witchy stuff, but
So I thought you would know more 90210 stuff, so I tried to go towards that. What was Brenda's first boyfriend on 90210?
Jason Priestley. Shut the fuck up. Now you know the answers.
Dylan. Yes. All right, and then when Cindy told me she barely watched it, I tried to be nice and said, "What is 90210?"
The zip code.
Thank you.
I know that. I know, like.
I think you got 2.
Fuck yeah.
Well, that's all I have.
That's all I got.
That's enough.
I gotta
More than enough.
watch 90210.
Da-na-na-na,
Surf dudes with attitude. That's not even that theme song. So.
I just sung the theme song. That was it.
Well.
That was it. That was my singing. That's all I got.
Beautiful.
But I guess us cunts are out. Until next time.
We out.
Wipe it. Wipe that cunt off your face.
Wipe it.
Twist that dick.
If Lilo and Stitch was made in the